Hi everyone, my name is Acacia Forgot and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now today I was wanting to do something a little bit basic, but like a little bit interesting, kind of like me. So today I want to do a little tutorial on how to do the base of drag makeup, at least how I do it. So I'm gonna be gluing down my brows, I'm gonna be doing nice cut contour, and I'm going to turn myself into a woman. So let's jump in and plaster this base up. First thing you want to do is shave and moisturize, which I've already done. So the next thing we need to do is primer. I like to go in with the Professional Primer by Benefit. I really like this stuff because I think it does really well at just getting into my pores and smoothing it the F out. Makes me go from an orange to a nice little peach. So sometimes I find that I only really need to put it on the cheek area, the nose area, the upper lip area, and then the chin, because those are the areas on me that have the biggest, deepest craters on my face. So that's the part that I find really needs to get filled in. And then the next thing is to glue down my brows. So we need to go from a hairy caterpillar to a baby's bottom stat. So I like to go in with an Elmer's glue stick, the purple one. I usually like to use the bigger one just because it's just more product and covers more surface area, but I also really like using little ones sometimes too, because you could really get in there and really like dig in, manipulate, work it in, whatever you need to do, because it's a little bit more manageable. So first I just completely pack it on, really work it into those hairs and just smear it all over the place. Then I take my nasty little spoolie brush and then you just start brushing them up. Some people brush them up, some people just brush them straight over. I find brushing up for me works better because I have thicker eyebrows. So if you brush them over, it's just too thick of a line. So if I brush them up, it kind of like fans them out more. And as for my dirty brush, I use the e.l.f. spoolie brush because I find it has really thick bristles, and so you can really get control of your eyebrows. And instead of buying a new one every week, you can actually take a cup of water, fill it up a little bit, let it dip in there, all the glue will rehydrate, turn purple again, and you can just rinse it right off and then get it all clean and ready to go as if it's a brand new brush. And then before you powder, push them back down with a nice layer of glue stick. I find it useful to really push the glue stick on it because the pressure really presses it down and smooths it out. And that's gonna be the same concept when we're powdering. So I like to do it before it really dries too much so that you can really mold the glue how you want. If you wait for it to dry and then powder it, then you can't mold the glue however you want. And if you do it while the glue is still tacky and really pack the powder onto your powder puff, it also sticks the powder on better and does a better job at covering the color of your brows as well. Now we got the first layer done, and now I'm going to glue down my sideburns because a lot of times when you wear wigs, the hairline of the wig is farther back than the male hairline. So I'm gonna do the same kind of process with that, and I usually go all the way back until like my hair comes to the point right here, all the way down my ear to my sideburn. I never know what hair I'm gonna use. I always forget how far back they go, so you never know. Now, when it comes to how much to cover or how many layers to use, I usually do 3 layers on my brows, 2 layers on my sideburns. For my hair, I find that to work. But again, everyone's hair is different. Everyone's hair reacts differently to glue. Everyone's hair grows in different ways. So it really depends on your hair and your hair's needs on how many layers you need to use to cover. you do want to let the glue kind of dry up in between each layer, because otherwise if you do it too quick, it's just gonna smear the previous layer right off, and we don't want that. So we're just gonna brush off, and I'll just do a speedy go through, finishing up my brows. Now that that is done, it's time to put on some foundation. Like many drag queens of the world, I like to use the Krylon TV paint sticks. My color, sometimes, not usually, is F6. I do prefer to use a darker color than I actually am, because when you are in bright lights, on stage, stuff like that, it often washes you out. So if you have a darker color, then it kind of counteracts that. So I like to just go in with that. I'm gonna start putting it all over my face. And then I try to avoid like where I would usually highlight, just so that that is more dramatic when I go in with the highlighting color. Every time I'm putting it on, it makes my neck look so scaly before I blend it in. And it's kind of traumatizing, not gonna lie. Then you take your dampened beauty sponge, really get in my face and get in my pores and move it around. Now this foundation is like one of the most full coverage things you can find. It is actually insane. So now I'm gonna go back to my brows, and it's time to color correct those, because I like to go in with my nasty little sponge and do some Mayron colored cups. And this one is a red, like a red. And I like to go into this, get on the sponge, and just do like a few little bits on my brows like this. Then I take my Mayron Cream Blend Stick. I really don't like these, but I'm just trying to use it up. But I use this to kind of blend in with the red. I know I could use probably a regular color correct or just a foundation with a little bit more of a red tint, but I find this to be more dramatic, like me. And then powder my face just a tish so it doesn't move when I put on my foundation. Now we're gonna go back in with the foundation and cover the rest of my face. Boom. I always love this part so much because I look so crazy. Makes me look like I shaved my eyebrows. Should I shave my eyebrows? Leave a comment below if you think I should shave my eyebrows. And this makes me look psychotic. Blah, blah, blah. I am Mr. Potato Head. Okay, now let's go try to bring me back to life and make me not E.T. anymore. So now I'm gonna go in and highlight a bit, and I'm gonna go in with another Krylon TV paint stick in TV white. Oh, I just poked my eye. So the whole thing about drag makeup, and I guess makeup in general, especially with drag queens, is you want everything to go up. Everything wants to have the illusion of snatching back your face. So when you're blending it out, if you're blending it past here, you don't want to go back like this. You want to go up. Like blend it out and then blend it up. Hey, cool, sweet, awesome, cool, nice, that's great, cool, sweet, lit, awesome. Next, I am going in with 070 0. This is their pure white TV paint stick, just to highlight more like the center of the areas to bring more life. Give me life. Give me liberty, or give me highlight. Next, I want to set my under eye because my under eye creases like no other. I like to go in with the Krylon powder, and this one is the TL1. It is white. Now, contour. I love the Morphe contour palette, the 9C palette. They do not make this anymore, which makes me so sad. I use this kind of angledy, fluffy brush. A lot of queens, when they do contour, they will bring it all the way back to their hairline. I like to concentrate just on my cheek part, and I like to go right under where my cheek is and work my way up. Some people will kind of like hollow out their cheek. I like to just chisel right below it. So I'm gonna go in with the side of the brush and just go right below. Kind of like that. So then I go in with this Sephora Pro Sculpting Brush, Blush Sculptant 99. And I go with the shade darker, this one. This one was the first one I used, then I'm going in with this one. And I'm gonna get it just on the tip. I like this brush because it comes to a point. So I get it just on the tip, and I'm gonna go just on the bottom, just on a little span to make it look like it's sucked in. Look at that. Ooh, ooh. Remember, just on the bottom and only in the middle. Then I go back with my angled fluffy brush, go back in the lighter shade, and then blend that out. When you're doing this, you want to just blend everything up and back. So like up and back. I almost do it kind of like towards like my eye even, because that makes it seem like it's just like. Then you want to highlight underneath, so you're going to go back into your lightest powder. Now, this is where my little bit darker shade comes in. This is the Morphe Debutante Bronzer. I'm going to go into my head, my crown of contour, my CC, my contour crown, contour, halo, head. Then I'm gonna go back it with my light contour shade and then blend my contour crown into my head halo. Now, just like we did here and here with highlighting with powder, I'm gonna do that to my forehead. But first I am gonna go in, I have a deep canyon right here, my Grand Canyon. So I'm gonna make sure that's blended out. Last thing, we need to chisel the house down. Who is my nose? So I like to go in with a flat eyeshadow brush, and I like to go in with the lightest shade of my contour. Cool, now that's done. I look like a freak. What's new? Powder the rest of the face. So when I have my powder on, I like to leave it here, like let my makeup really soak it in. The other day I was doing my makeup and I powdered like this, visible powder, all the layer of powder all over my face. I did my brows. By the time I was done, the only place there was powder was under my eye and a little bit right under my contour. The foundation had completely sucked up the powder. It is time for my brows. I love Anastasia Dip Brow so much. I use soft brown, so I'll just brush off the powder where the eyebrows are going. Now when I do my eyebrows, I like to have a real arched eyebrow. I like to go up to Jesus. We are doing a more natural look, so I'm not gonna go too high. So you wanna start where your normal eyebrow starts. I usually start just above the bottom of it. I go with my brush and go, bottom of my eyebrow is right here. I'm gonna go a little bit above it. And that is the start. And curve it and rest it right on the top of my brow. Just like that. Then I go in on top and finish out the tail, like so. So now I'm going to do the top of the brow. And now I'm going to do the front top of the brow. I just go in now and fill it in. Now, when you're doing this, you have to be careful not to push too hard. Otherwise, you do run the risk of pulling up the glue from gluing down your actual eyebrows. That is a brow right there. Now, I'm just gonna go in and do my other brow. Are they the most even things in the world? No, I don't care. I really don't know. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna go through and add some individual hairs and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. My brows are done. Also, can we take a moment to look at my nails that I did all by myself? They are a nice like little cupcake look and they have the nice little neon accents and I did them all myself. Oh my God, I'm like so talented. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get that all brushed off. Boom. And my face does look a little bit powdery still, but as I sweat and get disgusting and greasy while I'm finishing my makeup, it'll all even out. Trust me. That is all I have for today's video. I now have the base done and it looks pretty freaking good. I still look a little bit naked. It's not all done like my eyes and my lips and the shit like that, but that is coming on Thursday and I will be all glammed up in a natural drag glam. Stay tuned for that next week. But as for this video, thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Acacia Forgot. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Hope you guys have a great day and I will see you on Thursday.